All right, we're about to start streaming on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's doing it. Meeting is not streaming. Okay, so I think we're good. Oh, welcome everybody to the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. Hell yeah, dude. We're back. We're back. First and foremost, if you are here, what are you? What is this? This is the Yin Yang Wolf Pack, right? If you're here, you're a wolf. That means you're a part of the tribe, you're part of the team, you're part of the group, right? And what does that mean? That means that you're not alone. Okay? So whatever the fuck is going on in your life, whoever cares about you, whoever doesn't care about you, whoever wants you fucking dead, whoever wants you to live, besides all of that shit, somebody here, some people here want you to succeed, want you to do well, want you to get better. This is all for the evolution, it's for the growth of humanity, the growth of human consciousness. That's really all the fuck we're doing. We're trying to figure this shit out, see how this stuff works. How can we apply it? How can we use this in our lives to get better and better and better? And thankfully, Jai Guru Dev, thank God, I've gotten myself to somewhere. I've done a little bit of shit in my life, and I've learned a little bit of shit thanks to the wise people, the wise men that have come before me, and that have shown me what the fuck is up, man. That's really, today is Father's Day. I think that's very, very nice. I think this is probably a topic we can talk about right now, which is fathers, man. That the father should have been your first leader, the first person that wanted you to grow, to succeed, to get better. Now, me personally, with my father, him and my mother broke up. I don't know. I was like 3 or 4 years old or something. I don't remember, right? I wasn't there. Once I came into consciousness, they were already separated. So the family unit was already broken as I come in. And my story is probably the majority of people, right? And so you grew up with this sort of lack, right? The lack of the father, the lack of the love of the father. And then even if your father was around, he was probably a bitch and being controlled by your mother. So really, he wasn't even being a fucking man. So in reality, I don't think anybody has really had, like, I'm sure there's some, right, around the world, but I don't think I've seen yet a single one who has had a strong father who was there to really guide them and to help develop them in their lives. And even the ones that say that they do, I see in their lives, they're not doing that well. So more than likely, their perception of what is going on is not really what is going on. And really, that motherfucker was a bitch. Unfortunately, my father was a bitch compared to my mother, and my mother was a bitch compared to him. And they did bitch things together, and that's why their relationship didn't work out, right? But let's put that aside and let's focus on the real father, which is the Holy Father, the Divine Father. Now, that is a relationship you can yourself foster right now. You can make that motherfucker clean and nice and good right now. Jordan Peterson talks a lot about this. It's like, do you believe in God? Well, if you really believed in God, then maybe you would actually be acting differently. Like maybe you say you do or you think you do, but like what if you really, I remember when I grew up in church, they had a song, it was like, there's a verse and then they based the song off of the verse. And it was like, if you had faith as large as a grain of sand, you would look at the mountain and you would tell it to move and it would move. If your faith was as big as a grain of sand, you would tell the mountain to move and it would move. It's like, y esa montaña se moverá, se moverá, se moverá. Like that mountain would move. The mountain would move. Those are the words in Spanish. So if you really had that faith, yo, look at this shit. Oh, fuck yeah. That's Death Note, by the way, playing behind me. This is going to be its own. We'll get into that later. But I think it ties in very well as well. But do you really have faith that you're like being taken care of? I've gone in fluctuations of this, right? Well, growing up, I believed in God, but I never liked the church. I thought they were all bullshitting. They're all hypocrites. So then that made me doubt whether or not God was real because his representatives weren't doing a great job. And so I'm like, I don't know. But I felt deep inside that there was something there. Then I went to Harvard, the fucking greatest school in the world, and then I became an atheist. Why? Because that's what happens in knowledge, right? You think that you are God. I thought that I was God. Well, I don't think there's a God up there. I think I am actually the God. Motherfucker, I can't decide whether or not my hair grows. It just does its thing. I can cut it, but I can't control my digestion. I can't fucking like I can control my breathing to an extent, right? But if I decided to, I don't want to breathe forever, motherfucker, my body was just gonna start doing this shit, right? So if you really think that you are God, what can you control? Try to stop the wind. That's from Greatest Salesman in the world. If I think I'm all powerful, I will try to stop the wind. That teaches you humility. What the fuck are you really in control of, dude? You're not in control of shit. The only thing you're kind of in control of is your attitude. So it's a little bit, kind of, right? Because if someone starts yelling at you, you're gonna start getting angry. You're gonna start getting fucking sad or something. You're gonna like, shit affects you. But the way that you choose to perceive these things, the way that you use your reasoning, the way that you foster your attitude, your outlook on the world, that is in your control, and that is all the control that you need. I don't need to control anybody else. You need to stop trying to fucking control everybody. This goes back to the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. Those are the three that I've read. What matters is how you conduct yourself. What is it? How is it that you are behaving in your world, in your life, to people around you? That is what you're in control of. I'm in control of me and what this fucking thing does to an extent, right? I work out so that I'm getting muscles. I eat well so that my body looks good, right? I read so that my mind is sharp and clean. I cold showers, but all this other bullshit, right? All the shit that I do to try to stay in control of my energy and control of my space and what I do. Now, that's what I fucking control. Not all this other shit. Not that person, not this person, not even your fucking girlfriend, not even your fucking wife, not your mother, not your father, not your little kids, not your friends. You don't control them. Now, you can get into a relationship to where there's understanding, right? And it's like, okay, well, I have expectations of, say, my woman. And she is to obey, right? But at any fucking point, she can decide she doesn't want to fucking obey, or that she's not your fucking woman, and she can just fucking go. And at that point, you have no control. Yeah? So what do we want to remain in control of is us. And that's really it. The thing is, your energy is leaking out into a bunch of other bullshit that you're trying to control. You're trying to play God. There's a song I downloaded called Playing God. I fucking love it. It's a great song. There's another song by Travis Scott called Stop Trying to Be God. Stop trying to be God, motherfucker. You aren't it. You are connected to the Holy Father, but you are not it. You are an extension of it, but you are not it. You are the tree branch, not you. You're the tree, but you're not the tree. You're the tree branch. You're the thing that has extended from him. From God, you have come somehow. Now, there's a story of the prodigal son who leaves. And he's lost in the world and he's going out doing bad shit. But then he comes home and then God is the father. I actually don't know if it was God or if I think it was the father in this context. It's the same thing. It's the same idea. The father was so happy that his son came back. I think, in the past couple months when I came back to God, I'm sure God was very happy to see that. Because it's not like he ever stopped welcoming me. It's not like he discarded me. It was me who had tried to discard him, but I couldn't really do it, right? In the name or in thoughts or in idea, I had done away with God, but no, he's never done with me. Just like the devil is never done with you. There's an eternal battle going on for your soul right now. Like fucking, we're in Gemini, right? The twins, the two. Here's the devil. Here's God. They're both here. They're just going at it. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? The one that wins is the one that you let win, man. Who are you letting win? Now, here playing behind me is a show called Death Note, which I fucking love. And it's really funny because I always loved Light. He's like the anti-villain or whatever. He's the protagonist, but he's doing a bunch of evil shit. And so it's like you want him to win, but you want him to lose. Like that. I think what's another show? I think Breaking Bad is like that. I never really watched it, so I don't really know. But I always wondered why I like that show so much. Why I like Death Note, and I realized it's very representative of the ego. He gains a power. He has a Death Note. He has the power to kill people, right? But there's certain rules about how he can kill people, and then it's this cat and mouse game of him trying to become the god of the world. He's literally trying to become the god of the world, which is what? Your ego. Your ego is trying to control everything. This fucking voice in your head, that's the devil. The devil is the ego. It's in your head talking to you all the fucking time, telling you, oh, don't get embarrassed, don't do this, don't do that. Like, it's telling you a bunch of bullshit all the time. And it's trying to become God. It's trying to, that's the eternal war, right? The ego, the devil, thought that he should be God, or that he was just as good as God. And so he does everything in his power to try to control shit. But in the end, he's not in control of shit. He's not in control of anything. You're not in control of anything. This motherfucker talking in your head is just fucking talking. It's just, he's just trying to figure something out. He's trying to do something. But he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Now, if you just be silent, be present, don't think, stop the thinking. The world changes. I see this room differently now. There is so much here to just observe and to enjoy. If that little motherfucker stops talking. Have you ever told that motherfucker to shut up? I do it all the time now. That's like all I do. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm living my life. I'm doing my thing. Let me do my thing. I don't need to be worried about that. I don't need to be worried about this. I don't need to be worried about that person who's fucking looking on my Instagram or fucking texting me or fucking Snapchatting me. Bro, stop worrying so much about that fucking girl that's not texting you back, about the fucking guy, the fucking business deal, the fucking money. Like, bro, you're worried about so much. Stop it, man. Stop. Chill. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Are you alive right now? Great. Beautiful. Can you see? Can you walk? Can you speak? Can you hear? Can you like taste? Can you listen? That's nice, man. You're good. You're good. You're more than good. Now, does this mean that you just don't do anything and like stay still forever? Like, no, you do things as they happen, as they come, but you do them in the right moment as it's occurring, not me thinking about planning 100 fucking steps ahead. It's like, no, as the thing comes, the natural thing shall arise. If you shut the fuck up, tell the devil to stop going after you. Interesting. There's I really like this theme. I think it hits very well. There's a battle happening for your soul. And it's the noise and it's the silence. And then the noise is the devil, and then the silence is God. And that's how you practice meditation. You practice listening, realizing that the noise is not what's really going on. The noise is just noise. What's really going on is Alan Watts, if you know him. He's like, reality is not these symbols that we've created, right? We created words to describe things. That is not reality. Reality is, and then he hits a bong. He hits the bong. No, he hits a gong. And like ding. Like reality is ding. That's reality. Not the words happening all the time. The words happening in your head. That's not reality. This is reality. So don't get lost. Don't get lost in this thing. It's very easy to get lost in it. And then as you try to fight the devil then hides within himself and then creates another ego within the ego within the ego. Then it goes deeper and deeper into this little rabbit hole of you fighting with yourself. Once you catch that, once you see that, that's when you tell it to stop. Tell it to stop. Just observe it. Then as you do that, he stops. He stops attacking you. You're in a fight with your mind all the time. There's a book I have called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And I want to get back into it even more now with this new understanding of the ego. He says that people drift. And like that's the devil. The devil is causing you to drift and just kind of be lost in wonderland and be lost in your head. And how you combat that is having definiteness of purpose. And the way I see that, it's like you shut out all the bullshit, like, right? You are silent, and then you just know the purpose, and you just do that. And by doing that, you stay on the road, you stay on the straight and narrow, and you push forward. You go into it. Right? So you by having definiteness of purpose, shut it up. It shuts up. You don't have 1,800 different opinions on this thing that you're trying to do. You're just doing the thing that you're supposed to do. And that's how you should approach this life. Right? Find the thing that feels, do your study, do your research, do all of that, but then decide. And then once you decide, you just go. Fuck the noise, fuck all that bullshit. It's your head talking stupid. What you want to do is bring in the focus. Don't even really focus, man. It's just know what is. Just know what is. Know thyself. Know what is. You don't have to do shit else. Okay? So keep it like that. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna end this. Today's gonna be kind of a shorter one because I need to go very soon. I gotta handle some work, which is actually what I just got a text message about. But let's see if there's anything in particular that I want to finish off with. Yeah, I'm just more and more grateful for all this shit that's happening, man. It's like, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got to Harvard. I don't know how I got to LA. Then how I got here to San Jose. How I be going to Vegas. How I be going to Texas. Is like, this thing is a beauty, man. This thing is amazing. It doesn't make sense how we got here. And it's kind of okay, man. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care, man. I'm here for the ride. I'm here to enjoy. I'm here to do my part. I'm to play my little role in this large game. But I know that my little role isn't so little because it is part of the whole game. And this whole game is what is going on. So don't ever feel disconnected. Connect with the Holy Father. Literally just know. Just know that He is perfect. You are a reflection. You are made in His image. And so you are perfect. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to do perfect shit all the time, but that means that that's what you go for. That's what you strive for at all times, is to be the perfect being, be the perfect specimen. When I'm in the gym and I'm looking at in the mirrors, I'm like, I will be the perfect specimen. Now, those words really hit nice for me. I will be the perfect specimen. I'll be the perfect child. I'll be the perfect son. The sun in the sky, I will be the perfect son of God. I will shine light. I will keep the light. Okay, so let's keep the light. All right, thank you, everybody. This was the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. I'll see you guys later.